And we're live. I see that StreamYard got a little bit of an update. They're more of a stark blue, not a stark blue, more of a blue. Used to be like a light blue. Anyways, I, I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I am honestly like debating whether to like, you know, start like incorporating like stories from like outside of the tarot world. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to keep, or maybe like reacting or watching and commenting, live commenting or something uh, on tarot YouTube videos or something. Give my commentary and just be a bitchy Scorpio. I don't know. uh, who knows? It's just thoughts because I'm like, you know what? I haven't like this brain is empty. I have really not much to talk about. Really, there's nothing much to talk about. Um, and I don't want to just be like buying stuff and unboxing it and do it like, you can only do that so many times. And I also have my tarot series in the works still, which I kind of hit a roadblock for. I don't know. Look at that. And I dropped cards. I dropped cards. Why is life so hard for me? Come on. Gonna pick this up. Come on. Is that the only cards? It sounded like half the deck fell off. But anyways, there we go. Hello, Pepper Jackie. How have you been, Pepper Jackie? How you been, girl? Listen to you rambling. I mean, girl, that's 50% of it. That's 50% of my content at the moment. Which I'm like, I don't want to be just rambling because it shows that I don't know. I have nothing to talk about. Let me adjust here. So yeah, so I'm like, I've been thinking, going to watching other tarot channels or esoteric channels and talking and like and watching that stuff. But that's honestly like, but I don't want to do it like because then to me it's like, oh, I'm just like re-uploading their shit. That's just no, no, no. That's one thing I don't like about it. An idea. I'll keep it in the back of my head. But in more exciting news, it seems that next weekend Thirsty Tarot will be returning. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows if that will happen? What else? What else? It's been a long time since I went live. When was the last time? when was the last time I went live? It was probably like what? A few weeks ago? Let me see here. Library, maybe? No. Here. Your channel. There we go. When was the last time I went live? July 18th, girl. Yeah. It's been way too long. But yeah. And I was like, okay, now I got to start working on my intro, writing a script for that. I think I have most of it covered for my intro, I think. But now the next part that I'm kind of hitting a block on is what the hell is my videos going to actually look like? Because I think I've mentioned this before. I don't want it to just look like a PowerPoint, okay? Because if I wanted to do a PowerPoint, I just do a PowerPoint. It seems that PowerPoints are just they're good. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. I think they're great for outlining, and I think they're great. They're not the worst, but I want something a little more. Something a little more, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna do this, record this, talk what I'm gonna say about this, and interject with visual cut scenes or visual keys or diagrams or whatever for while I'm discussing or quoting or referencing or talking about something. Hopefully that'll work out better. I'm not sure. We'll see. Hello, Lady D. How have you been, Lady D? So yeah. And that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Leaning more towards video essays and rather than, I don't know, something. I don't know. I'll have to see. We'll see. I'll try some things out. and I'll edit, and it'll be like, we'll see what works best. But I'll have to work through it. I'm alive. Literally, that's like it's the bare minimum these days. I'm alive. She's alive. You know what? It's a good thing to be alive. Which, that's these days. It's like it's not that hard, but God, does life make it challenging sometimes? you know. What is this? Nope. Okay. I'm getting distracted on my phone. So yeah. What else? What else is there? There's a deck that's coming in that I'm really excited for, but I'm not. You guys won't see it for a while because I'm gonna upload it on my Patreon first. Wink. And then like Thirsty Tarot. Looking forward to getting back on that. And yeah, so yeah, it's like I have stuff to do. It's just, I got into a stump, and I was like, what deck are you shuffling? I must know. Plastic Rider-Waite Smith. This is the Plastic Rider-Waite Smith. This is what I've been using. It's just, yeah, but I'll mix through. I'll cycle through my cards, and then I did shuffle the Marielle as always. Look at that, High Priestess. Speaking of which, I was wanting to start going into the study notes, taking notes, deep dive on the High Priestess, but I was like, nope. Before I overload myself with the notes on the Fool and the Magician and the intro video for my series, I shouldn't. But I just want I want to break it down. I want to get into it. I want to read up on it. And I'm like, no, I really can't. I really should just focus on taking notes and filming really start planning out on what to film and how to film the videos that are the notes that are already outlining the first 3 videos, essentially, for the first 3 videos. First 2 at least, with the Fool and the intro video. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. Trial and error, I guess. I don't know. What else is there? Nothing much, I guess. Oh, the Somnia Tarot, to get into decks coming out soon. The Somnia Tarot's coming soon. And the Tarot Avatara. The Nameless one has also made major strides. I think they're done they're almost done printing and making the book, the giant book. I think the decks are on their way over here to the US, I believe, to the creator. So I'm really excited for that. What else? There's something else. I know there's something else. A little something that's off of tarot, but it underlines it, or is connected to it, kind of, in a way. Not really. It's esoteric and occult. Is Anathema's Rod and Ring. That book I'm really excited. I really want to read up on. But then every time I think of occult books or expensive books, I think of Austin Kopic's 36 Faces, and I'm like, when is he gonna make that? When is it coming back? I want to know. I need to know. I would like to know. But who knows? Who knows? And I'm yawning. And a part of me was like, right before I went live, I'm like, should I get myself a coffee? No. I'm like, no, I think coffee just makes me way too, too hyperactive. I think I'm toned down enough here that I'm like, okay, yeah. But who knows? Yeah. So, what now? Nothing else to talk about, unfortunately. And that's why I'm like, I'll wait for people to come in. Even though I spelled paid wrong, but honestly, by now, I'm gonna do it on purpose. I'm gonna put typos in my titles on purpose now to see if it gets reactions or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Just to mess with people. So yeah. I'm also thinking, what background should I use? I'm like, honestly, a part of me is like, just use this, and then another part of me is like, find a different filming spot. But I don't know. We'll I'll have to see. I'll have to see. Uh, yeah, I thought about it, but I'm like, honestly, to get the ball rolling, I might just film like this, you know. Though I will, I'll at least make my bed to make some viewers happy, you know. I'll make my bed. That's the bare minimum I'll do to make my room less messy. Look at how the top shelf on that bookshelf looks. This, let me see if I can point to it right. Yeah, this right here. All of this. I can just see it's all messy, but you know what? And one day I'll get to it. One day I'll get to it. Which I'm like, not really doing much. What excuse do I have? So anyways, I've come to one conclusion that I think is going to be a really hot take. Though I kind of touched on this in previous live streams, and that is like I finally put it into words, and I don't mean this to like necessarily shade people that collect decks, because I collect decks. I still collect decks, but it, but I've come to the conclusion, or at least a theory, hypothesis, if you will. You know, I'll have to look more into it, but I've come to the idea that, you know, collecting is not working with tarot. You know, I've come to that, you know, affirmation or like phrase or like title that like kind of like fits everything as to how I feel about the issue with collecting, you know. And I think a lot of people kind of misconstrue collecting for working with the tarot when it's not, you know, or something. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because it reminds me of like moments when I hear or read on things that I'm like, what? You know, do you not really know what you're talking about? Stuff like that. But oh my gosh, what was that? Did you guys hear that? Also, how is my audio? I hope my audio is doing good. I just double checked right now that it was on my mic, because you last time I was live for a good 5 minute in silence, not noticing that the light on my mic was blinking. I was like, okay, I see this is where we're at. I see this is who we are now. So yeah. Yeah, what else? What else? Not sure what else. But we'll see. We'll see. It's been so long, and I really need to get into the habit of going live at a consistent time. Because it's either like I'm live all the time, or I'm never live. And that's one thing I'm like, but I'm like, And it's like the algorithm does not like how I go live and how I schedule my live streams. I just my YouTube does not like it. YouTube is punishing me. I feel Jesus Christ, and of course I drop a card. Let me shuffle and pick that up. Get over here. What are you? Oh, the magician. So yeah. What else is there? Let me see. What is this? What is this? No. Okay. Yeah. Nothing. Y'all better mind your business. I'm always paranoid that people can see in the reflection of my glasses, like what I'm reading, or if they can see what is on my phone, on my glasses, and I'm like, oh no, you know. But I don't know. That's just me. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Now I don't know what else to talk about. I have no idea what else to talk about. Nope, nothing else. Which I was like, maybe I can like find articles read them out loud, but I'm like, would that be copyright infringement? Which I'm like, girl, copyright is just, it's needed, but it's sometimes annoying at times, you know? But it is what it is to protect our intellectual properties. And I think that's all I have to talk about. Imagine just a 15-minute live. Because I have nothing else to talk. I'm like, girl, why am I going live when I ain't got nothing to talk about? Especially for what my brand is. Nothing. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Monday. I wish FedEx delivered on Sunday. Do they deliver on Sunday? No, they don't. But yeah, Monday I have quite a few books coming in because Llewellyn was having their like moon sale, whatever. I don't know. I can't remember what, like their new moon sale. I can't remember. Like 35% off, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get some books that I've been wanting from them, and I did. And now they're on their way, and hopefully I get something of use out of them. But the thing is, I have to actually read them, and you know how that is with reading. It's like, I have to be in the mood for it, you know. So yeah, like I've been like trying to get myself to read, to pick up and finish reading Robert Jordan's The Shadow Rising, the fourth book in the Wheel of Time, and I just cannot bring myself to do it. Like for some reason, like social media, the internet has a chokehold on my attention, which I'm like, you know what? It's the bed we made ourselves, you know? You know? So anyways. But anyways, what else is there to talk about? There's nothing new. There's really nothing new that's going on. I live a very, very boring life. So I'm like, why am I live when I should be, you know, putting this work that I'm doing, rambling, into others, into you know, like my tarot video series. But you know, I'm like, you know what? I need to go live so that people know I'm. So people know I exist, so that, you know, I keep my channel alive. And speaking of keeping my channel alive, hello, Rachel Days. How are you? How have you been? So yeah. Oh my gosh, itchy neck. What is this? I don't want to pinch it because then it'll just irritate my skin, because my skin just doesn't get with the program apparently. Hi, Pepper and Lady. I'm not sure if Lady D and Pepper Jackie are still here, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I used to get. I don't know. Anyways, I'm good. How are you, stranger? I'm good too. I you know, it's been slow. It's been slow. I will say that. That's why I'm like, why did I even bother going live? Because I have nothing to talk about. So I'm like, I really should compile some videos or something, or ask my subscribers what channels or videos on tarot or the esoteric that they would like me to react to or comment on or something, you know, so that I could put out some content in the meantime, you know, keep my channel thriving for a minute. But for the most part, I don't know, because, you know, God forbid I comment on something that I do feel I may be too harsh in my critiques, or too harsh on commentary sometimes on videos that I'll watch. But who knows? Because I don't think there's really anything like that in the tarot tube sphere, you know. You usually see it with like a lot of people recording videos and like of them like reacting and commenting, but it's like sometimes the reaction is just there's nothing to react to sometimes, and it's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But anyways, I usually see that with like, I think on Twitch, maybe people do that. And I'm like, maybe I should just start, start doing let's plays and whatnot, you know. I'll just play like solitaire. Not even. I'll find something to play and I'll be like, we'll play and we'll chill and we'll do this, you know, we'll see what's going on here, you know, but that is a completely different thing. But, you know, totally like out of left field from tarot and the esoteric. Well, there are some video games that have their occult esoteric influences that, you know, I'm like, and sometimes it's like, is it intentional? Is it not? But anyways, you know. So yeah, let's see. Who do you watch lately on YouTube? I've been watching. Honestly, like, who have I been watching? I've been watching. It's like there's so like not tarot stuff though. Here's the thing. What's his name? I think his name is Hasanabi or something. Hasanabi, I think. I've been watching his channel and like his reactions on from Twitch. I've been watching a lot of like the H3 podcasts, and it's like just listening to them in the background. And who else? There's another one. Not sure who else. like very little like tarot and occult. Like I think Foolish Fish, every time he has his Friday updates that he's been doing, which I'm loving. So yeah, there's a world out there besides tarot, Zach. I know, and this is where I'm like, this is where I'm like, okay, after my tarot video series, and I start working on a tarot deck. You know, I think on the YouTube side, I think I'm gonna switch gears and shift away from that, or like leave my tarot channel and start a new channel or something. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows? Because that is the thing that is like, okay, yeah, no, we can't keep doing what we're doing. You know, you got to kind of grow and evolve and change and do other stuff, you know. So I'm like, most likely, most likely we'll see, because it's like, but it's awkward when you're like, oh, I've been doing tarot YouTube for so long. It's like, okay, now it's time to shift gears, and maybe it's time to shift gears. I don't know, because I for sure want to leave this channel as it is, you know. But again, and if I am to start a new channel, I want to start it with, you know, a focus theme as well, you know. So yeah, what the hell just fell? Let's see here. But again, that's further down the line. I want to finish my tarot series, you know, and then, you know, move on, you know, and then move on from doing tarot videos, you know, and hopefully maybe just have like a good once a week live tarot reading then, maybe. But even then, that would be like, okay, like, you know, I would probably, you know what I'd probably do? I'd probably leave it as is and then just do Thirsty Tarot with Y. And that would be like the entirety of tarot work that I do, in terms of like doing readings. That's what I would do, and keep doing my tarot readings on Patreon or whatever, you know. We'll see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So am I. So am I when I get to fucking working on it. No, I think I have it pretty much all worked out, I think. We're gonna see how it goes. So yeah, I should maybe I should just stop live streaming and then just record a few clips for that. No, I need good lighting. I need lighting and I need privacy. Which within the next few weeks, who knows, like my schedule might just get, you know, it'll start getting weird again. So yeah. Have you started filming? No, I have not. That's why. I thought I would, but then like I got like, again, I mentioned this before, I kind of got stuck in a weird like, wait a minute, you know, and I got in a weird, almost like writer's block in a way. Not like writer's block at all, no, but rather like I kind of got like confused, or uh, I had no direction in like how I wanted to film my videos. You know, how I wanted them filmed, how I wanted the structure of the videos to be done. As I mentioned this before, I don't want it to be like just a PowerPoint. You know, I don't want it to be you know, just, and I don't want it to just be me rambling in a video with no cut, you know, just me, you know, holding up a card and talking about it, you know, and all that and this and that. And like, no, I want to have like, I want to scan the image, have it up here, have it edited, you know, shit like that, you know, something. But no, so to answer that, and no, I have not started filming, but I really should. Maybe tomorrow I'll try and film some clips, you know, some scenes or whatever. I think, right? Is that the correct terminology? Some scenes, some clips, you know, you know, to start getting an idea at least, you know. I'll record some rambly videos that I'll just cut and edit and be like, okay, here's where we're going with this. Here's what I'm talking about this. Okay, gotta cut that. Gotta save that for, you know, things like that. And a part of me is like, should I film it? Should I, you know, get myself looking nice? And it's like, nah, you know, should I don't know. I don't know. You know? You know? But yeah. But anyways. But anyway. Start with the basic introduction. That's what I'm thinking of, but I'm like, that right, like to introduce what I'm talking about, it's like it is a slow night. It is a slow night, Rachel. I'm like, girl, it's Saturday night. What's everybody doing? Probably out, not social distancing, you know? So yeah. What was I gonna say? Filming, right, okay. So I'm like, okay, I'll just do a quick introduction. No. This, like, I'm like thinking about, I'm like, this is I'm like, I don't want to put too much into in the introduction video because it's not supposed to be like all that, but I do want to give like a basic overview of every single thing that's going to be touched on so that you know what you're going to get with each video, and have like a brief explanation of each of these concepts. So that's going to talk about, you know, Kabbalah and the Tree of Life, alchemy, astrology, and mythology. So those right there already, it's like that right there. That those four topics alone could have their own series, but I'm like, I know I have to learn to cut back, put in a bunch. I think they say like, write what you're gonna write, and then editing, you cut out like about 70% of what you put down. So we'll see. So yeah, but yeah, and then not only those occult, esoteric topics, but also like a general introduction to the tarot itself. But a part of me is like, okay, but I don't want this to be so basic that it's like a beginner video series. Which I'm like, if I wanted to do a beginner thing, I would have just done Rider-Waite-Smith and done basic meanings on. I'm like, wait a minute, no, there's already plenty of series and videos and channels that do that already. I think I want to do the next step after that, and I think I want to do a beginner series to the more advanced stuff, to point people in the right direction and to give like a better explanation to the weird shit that's in these cards, you know? You're not a basic bitch. I'm just trying, you know, but that's just it. The introduction has to be, though. I can't give away too much. It has to be like a teaser or like a showing you, here's what you're gonna expect. You know, it's yeah, and it's basically gonna be like an a general overview of the deck of tarot, the cards of tarot as a whole. So yeah, and and it's like I don't want to get too much into the history of it, because that's a very easy rabbit hole to fall into. But I'm like, wait, nope. Robert Place and Paul Hewson and Helen Farley in their books have already like done a pretty good job of talking about uh, the history of tarot. Hello, Fairy Wren Fairy Wren Whispers. Hope you are bright. I mean, I'm a Capricorn moon and a Scorpio rising. You can't get any brighter than that. How bright can you get? But thank you. But yeah, just very bored. I wish I had. I wish I had content to talk about, but as always, I don't. So yeah. What else? Right. History, tarot. Where was I? Right. So yeah, that's one of the things. I don't want to fall into a well, I probably will let myself go into the tangents of my introduction, but I'll probably have to edit them out and save the clips for other parts or something. I don't know. Or like, I don't know, maybe save them and be like, write that down, or something. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try it out hopefully tomorrow or when I get the chance. We'll see. I'm going to try tomorrow. After I do my month ahead reading, which will be on my Patreon tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see. Should I do a video? No, I shouldn't. I'm going to do it written. So yeah. It sounds wonderful, Zach. What does? What? my intro video that has yet to be released. I don't know, girl. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And a part of me, and one of the parts that I'm like, that I'm worried about is it's like, why am I putting so much work into this? Is it even worth it? I'm like, you know what? Even if I only got like 10 views per video, you know what? Fuck it, That'll just be my opus, and I'll leave it at that, with tarot, That's honestly, I'm at that point sometimes. I'm like, yeah. How's Pickles? Pickles is doing good. They just, both her and Carmelo, they went and got their teeth cleaned, finally, after I, after I bitched and whined to my mom that like they need their teeth cleaned, they need to get their teeth cleaned. Like they're only gonna get worse like that. And my mom was literally like, oh, she was honestly like contemplating of putting down my dog Carmelo because the teeth cleaning would be too much. But I'm like, it's like, what? I'm like, girl, what? And then like we took them to get their teeth cleaned. Carmelo had to have 4 extractions because his mouth was rotted. And so after that, she saw at the end, she's like, oh, that wasn't so bad, at the price. I'm like, girl. But what I'm thinking of, because the last time they had their teeth cleaned, I think they had like also vaccines. They also had a few other stuff. I think like they had like a bunch of other things on top of that. And also, I believe the vet that we usually take them to, though we do love, the work that they do, and the quality of care that they've given to our dogs and all that. We like our vet that we usually go to. For some reason, they're currently not cleaning teeth. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go find some like my mom knows that they had to get their teeth cleaned, but she's like, oh, well, they're not gonna clean their teeth, so I guess, I'm not gonna. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, let me look up where else. And they're like, over here, they'll do it. They did it all quick. Boop, 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 So yeah. Yeah, pets can be, yeah. Yeah, but it's like, that's kind of the point, It's like, they kind of are more of a luxury, They really are. So it's like, yeah. which kind of shows that it's like taking care of a pet is far more than just feeding them and baiting them, you know, and having the collars on them, and you know, it's getting them their shots. It's again the checkups. It's the grooming. It's you know, like now when they're older, because Carmelo is now like he's like 10. He's either 10 or 11 years old. Yeah, you have to factor the expenses. Yeah, and this is why like pet insurance is a real thing. And my mom's like, too expensive, but I was like talking to my sister, and you know, it's like it's worth it, honestly. Like we probably would have like saved way more. What the hell was that? Did you guys hear that? It sounds like a motor or something. Hold on. It's my door? Hold on. Oh, it is. I was like, that shit straight up sounded like growling to me. I was like, what the fuck? Girl. Ooh, girl. Hello, Lady Knight of Avalon. How have you been? Girl, what's the updates? Girl, I want some updates. Looking into penetration. Yeah, I think like I will probably try and bitch and whine to my mom for pet insurance, because as the dogs get older, and I'm pretty sure that might also factor into the price of insuring those dogs, our dogs, because they're older. But it'll help with the cost of taking them to get their teeth cleaned, and taking them to get my it's getting like Pickle's medicine. And we also have to get the dogs. Carmelo has kidney failure, so he has to be on a special diet. He has to have a special food that we have to order, and that's not cheap either. So I think insurance would also cover that as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, but again, like seeing that, it's like knowing Carmelo's kidney failure and all that. It's like, you know, it's like he's already like, you know, we should be already like looking to prepare for to put him down in case, you know, things get bad. But so far he seems fine. He seems pretty good. Yeah, special food. Yeah. Ooh, there we go. She's in Istanbul. All right. Okay. Really a good. Okay. Exciting. Yeah, because I was watching on Instagram, girl. I was like, is she? When is she? When is she gonna be? Yeah. Okay. Staying in my hotel room except breakfast and dinner in the hotel restaurant. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, it's more. So it's not just that, and also it's like your dog can get sick, or will get into something that will make them sick. You know, they can get into like chemicals or whatever. Like my dog Cinnamon, she ate some snail poison, and that we had to take her and get her cleaned out. We had to give her, we had to take her to the vet, and they had to give her activated charcoal and, clean her out and all that. She also got like parvo when we first had her, which we were like, what? She was the one dog that we got that got parvo. So yeah. And now, and the bitch ran away. And in the end, the bitch ran away. We don't know where she is. She's out. She's lost still to the wind. Who knows? Hopefully she's okay. Hopefully somebody picked her up and is taking care of her. But yeah, let's see. I'm quarantined to be able to go to America. Yeah. So yeah, so Cinnamon, wherever that bitch is, we'll see. And I try to like all the social media things and to try and find her, and never found her, I guess. So yeah. Hello, Mountain Girl 70. So yeah, see, now things get picked up, you know. So yeah. Anyways, what else is there to talk about? I don't know. I don't. I feel like things on YouTube have died down, unless I've just like subscribed to the right people. I'm not sure. I feel like in the tarot world, there's not really much going on, you know. You know, or maybe I'm just like not subscribed to the annoying tarot channels. I don't know, because let me tell you, like I have subscribed to the 3 Fat Readers tarot channel, and that is probably like the best decision I've ever made in my life. You know, along with resubscribing, I will admit, to Modern Metaphysic K. Used to be Modern Metaphysic Man, Dustin. So yeah. Readers, no, I don't. Honestly, there are so many readers. There's too many readers. I'm not gonna do that now. Without my computer, I'm still out of the loop, and my Wi-Fi is wonky. Well, hopefully, when you get to the US, you can get more solid, you know, internet, Wi-Fi, or whatever, you know. Hopefully. Yeah, they were great. Yes, they do. And which, watching them, it makes me miss Tarot Tube and Tea, you know. Which, it's like a part of me is like, yeah, we do need to rebrand, because it's like, I think you said it right, Rachel. It's like there's an entire world outside of tarot. I'm like, yes, I know. And they're like, yeah, we do need to start. But hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully we can, Tarot Tube and Tea can, you know, get together and get a schedule of a monthly gathering, you know, or every 2 weeks a live stream to do. So yeah. But yeah, it's like, honestly, I don't, a part of me is like, should I be like trying to like establish my own little reading space here on YouTube, or should I just try and take my readings outside of it and do more in person? I don't know. I don't know these things. Really, just thinking of the options is just exhausting, you know. Tarot Tube and Tea is the best thing ever. I mean, it's like it is, but unfortunately, we may have to rebrand if we're gonna step out of tarot content, which is like the same issue that I'm having with mine. Which I'm thinking, at least my name isn't so tarot focused to where maybe I can keep. You see, I'm like too many thoughts, too many ideas, too many options to do. But we'll see, you know. But that was one thing that, you know, the Tarot Tube and Tea group has kind of been like talking about a little bit, is whether or not to keep it the same as just keep it Tarot Tube and Tea, or rename it to something. And I'm like, what would we rename it to though? Which, it's like, honestly, TTNT. We might just leave it as like TTNT, kind of like TLC, where it's not just TLC and no one knows it's actually the learning channel, you know. Which I think that might actually work. That might actually work, you know. People will be like, wait a minute, TTNT, yeah, what? When did that? you know what? Where were they used to be? Oh, they used to be on tarot. What? What the fuck? You know? Too much of that seven. Yeah, too much Seven of Cups. Yeah, I was like Two of Swords. You know, Marielle. I was thinking of Marielle Two of Swords, where it's the locust of thoughts and ideas flying around, and it's just too much. It's overbearing. It's doing too much. Yeah, for sure, for sure. um, yeah, it's yeah. I'm reading up on the on Lady Knight of Avalon's uh, traveling missions. You know, it's like she's gonna get here, you know, through hell or high water. So yeah, yeah, we'll see though. We'll see, but itchy nose. Anyways, and honestly, you're saying like the craziness needs to end soon. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna end. I think we're gonna go back for another round. I think people were gonna shit's gonna get closed down again. Uh, we're gonna have to wait all over again, and it's like I don't know why people got so excited and thought this shit was over so soon. Like no, we're nowhere near herd immunity, you know. So why y'all getting so excited to open shit up again? Like no, cancel your Disney plans, you know. Everybody else stay home. Only Lady Night, so that she can, you know, meet up with her boo thing, you know. You know, only Lady Night can travel. No one else. No one else. You know. Yeah, it's like why are we, you know? Honestly, now it's like great. Now I gotta start wearing my mask again. That's awesome. That's great. You know. You know, because some people didn't want to get vaccinated because I don't know. um, but anyways, that's that's neither here nor there. Remember COVID? Yeah, those are wild 14. Oh, and this is the thing though. Also, is that I think this is another thing. I'm also not saying like, oh, it's gonna end. Like no, like COVID is gonna be like the flu and the cold and all that. You know, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna it's gonna sit. It's gonna stay, and we're gonna have to have like yearly, you know, updated vaccines for it essentially, like we have for the flu. I think, right? Yeah. Uh, so which you know, it's like that's the issue of the beast now. Now we have to. I saw an article. An article title. I wanted to read it, but then I saw like, oh no, I have to go live, and it was called "Coexisting with COVID." I'm like, damn, we really should be just thinking that way now. um, so yeah, it's probably not gonna just be a 14 year. It's probably gonna be, or no, it's probably gonna be like for like 14 years. It'll be like a problem or an issue for the most part until we have a good handle on it. It's so it seems, at least here in the US, is what it seems like it's going to be headed towards. And I'm like, it's like, yeah. Anyways, Rachel Days, can I have a work reading, please? Sure, sure. What is your specific question on work? Or is that the reading? Is that the question right there? I don't know what deck to use. I think I'm gonna use you. Or maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let me see. Having an issue with a coworker. Okay, bring it back to. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Work reading. Let's see here. And of course, as always, I always have to do like 10 shuffles because that's just how I do things. Let's see, let me move some. There we go. Have this. There we go. Let's see. Girl. What's going on here? What is happening here? Okay, so we have the star, the aurora here. I love this card. But then we also have the moon. Okay. And the Rider of Stone, which to me is definitely saying, wait, kind of observe the environment, like definitely take a more observational approach, I think is what it is saying, because the moon is it's not a very easy card to traverse. The path is not clear. You do have an idea as to what you want. Like I said, again, having issue with a coworker, it's definitely like, keep things, kind of keep the work environment and the relationship with your coworker, non-problematic, essentially. But that is like easier said than done, and it's not really clear. We have all these trees, all these woods here, and it's dark. It's not really clear what to, which way to go. You have the rider here. He's not really moving, but he is observing the landscape in front of him before he makes his choice and moves to where he needs to go to. At the bottom of the deck, we have the tower. So I think there might be some tumultuous, unstable energy going on here, which is where I'm thinking this is why the aurora is kind of showing up, where you're kind of not getting the full direct blast of this chaotic energy, where it's the aurora is the aurora borealis, where we see the radiation of the sun illuminating the sky, showing how our atmosphere is protecting us. That's usually how I read it. So I'm it's really more a card of protection to me with this depiction. So it seems that with the towers, hidden thing going on. So it seems that your coworker may be having some personal under the surface issues that are just leaking out, but you're not getting the full blast of it. Let me see what else we got here. Let me see, where is that? There it is. So yeah. So definitely kind of take the more passive route, I would say. The more kind of keep your head down. Don't try and poke the bear or stir the pot or anything, whether that be intentionally or unintentionally, which I don't think you will, but unintentionally, that's, like I said, easier said than done. The moon, the path is not clear. You think you're going somewhere. You think you think it might be okay to step somewhere or cross a boundary, when in reality it just, you know, it's not. You know, and then feelings get hurt, and you know, what's the word? Tensions are, you know, just grow ever higher and then snap. You know, you don't want that, especially in your work. Let's see here. Huh. Okay, interesting. Interesting card here. The Deva of Abundance. There's plenty for everyone, you know? She has been working there a long time. She is set in her ways. Um, yeah, and it's like, yeah, she may be set in her ways, but like, if it gets in the way of you getting your job, getting the job done, then maybe someone needs to change. That is also one thing. The Rider of Stone being kind of the stubborn card, you know, being the Knight of Earth. So it is a pretty stubborn card, but I'm taking it more as you kind of pausing and observing the landscape before making any decisions, you know? Uh, Interfered when she should. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is kind of where I'm thinking the Deva of Abundance is coming in. It's like there's plenty enough for her to do, you know. Why does she need to come and worry about your stuff? I don't know. You know, there's plenty for everyone. There's no need for her to reach in to other people's responsibilities and work. You know. Hold on, I want to pull an I Ching card. I Ching. You know. Do I have the book here? No, I don't. I have it put away somewhere. That is true, but Lady Knight is saying, what does the boss... What? Yeah, what does the boss say? You know? Fountainhead, the Well. Let's see. Let's read this out. My boss said it's who she is. It's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last. Well, let's see here. So I got 48. The Fountainhead, the Well. You can pause and read it if you want, or take a screenshot and read it. But I'll read it out anyways. You know. Social politics may change, but people's primitive needs never do. Nourish the people's primitive needs. Failing to reach the depths of people's primitive needs will cause your undertaking to fall short. You must instill greater care and study into philosophy and the divine. To succeed, you must reach deep down into people's primitive needs. A lot of primitive needs, I guess. Understanding the underlying emotions at play. What was I saying? The tower kind of chaotic energy kind of at the bottom, surging under the surface, you know, not really, you know, up front, but it leaks out every now and then, and you kind of see a little bit of that, you know, here and there. So there's something going on underneath that your coworker needs to deal with, and not let it spill over onto you and her coworkers, you know. Let's see, that is how you navigate the situation. The situation at hand is much deeper, much more meaningful than you initially perceive it to be. Adversity and troubles take caution. Huh. And that's that on that. But I mean, like event, like, I mean, there's gotta be like a breaking point, you know, with her and the boss. If this isn't the first time, I mean, how many times is she gonna get away with it? You know, you know. But anyways, good luck, Rachel Days, as the I Ching said. You know, take caution. You know, be careful. You know, there's much more going on underneath. Uh, there may be a deeper lesson here to learn. So yeah. There we go. The second of the four agreements. Other people's drama has nothing to do with you. It's a reflection of them. Don't take it personally. I really do need to reread that book. So yeah, I mean, and when I hear this part right here, I feel it will fall on deaf ears. Honestly, it's like, you know, for me it'd be like, I gave you the warning signs. Don't cry to me, you know? A part of me is like that. But I'm like, that ain't me. I ain't in that work situation. So yeah. Yeah, and you're welcome, Rachel Days, and thank you for the donation. So yeah. Anyways, what's going on? What else? What else is there to do now? So what now? You know what else is there to talk about, you know? Hello, Maria. New to the channel, what's happening? Nothing much. There's nothing much going on. Just doing some emphasis on some paid readings to whoever wants to donate to either PayPal or through Super Chat here. So yeah. Yeah, for real. Like the one I remember the most is and they're so memorable and they're so like, oh yeah, is the one where it's like, be careful what you say to people because, you know, yeah, just be careful what you tell people. Be careful with your words. Be mindful with your words. And I'm over here like, girl, I'm just gonna ramble, you know. The readings you just you donate whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. You know, honestly, that's what it is. You know, but private readings, those are going to cost you. But here, you know, it's whatever you're comfortable with, you can donate or tip. I don't know. Is it a donation? Is it? I don't know. It's like you're paying me for a service, but it's more like a tip. I don't know. It's a weird donation thing. So it's not really a donation, you know, but it is. It's, you know. Let's see. I'm like reading the chat. I'm like, did I miss something? No. um. So yeah, yeah. Uh, what else? What else is there? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what else to talk about. I don't know. Yes, through Super Chat or PayPal. Rachel Days, are you a moderator? I feel like yeah. Will you? Will you? No, I kind of don't want just a tip though. I think I want a little more than that, you know? Ah, tragic. I know it's I need to see how super chat works exactly to see how it so I can because let me be honest, I haven't used it myself, so it is a bit like what the fuck to ask people to use it even though I've never used it myself. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna see if I can do that one of these days. I'll find a channel to to super chat to and see how it works. So I can so if people are having issues with it, I'd be like, here's how you do it, just do that. But PayPal, link in the description down below if you would like. So yeah, if super chat is not working for you. It should be in the description down below, right? Let me see my channels. Oh wait, here it is. Right? It is. Let me make sure my audio's off. Last thing I need is to hear my own voice pause. Ooh, and now I can ask my viewers a question. I'll have to see. I'll have to check that out later. But yeah, where is it? Yeah, PayPal. It should be there, right under email for private readings, and then it should say PayPal right there. Just scroll down right there. The link should be there. At least I can see it. Or if you're on mobile, just yeah. Can we get some likes on this video? I'm like, at this point, meh. I can barely cross over to the 2K mark, I've been stagnant at the 1.9, right? About for quite some time, which I'm like, girl. Let me see. Let me check. Sent it, Maria sent. Let me see. Y'all better not be looking at my stuff. What is this? What is this? Ew. Let me see. Let's see. Right? Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait a second. I'm confused now. Hold on. I'm like, let me see here. This? Nope. This? Nope. This? Activity. This is what I want. Here we go. Sorry, I know it's taking a while. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Okay. I see it. Thank you, Maria. I got a little confused there. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, yes. I got your payment, Maria. What is your question? Sorry about that. So yeah, Super Chat needs a credit card, doesn't it? In Germany, most people don't have credit cards, so I'm always glad if someone uses PayPal. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think you can link a PayPal. I don't know. Like I said, I need to see how it works. So yeah. General or love reading? Let's see. Well then, let's see what shows up. Let's see. Hello, Butch Tarot. Let's see. One more shuffle. It didn't feel right. Oh, girl. Okay. Let's see. General or love from Maria. Okay, girl. Let's see what we got here. So we got the Page of Wands. Something new, something exciting, something off onto a new adventure of some sorts. So I guess in terms of love, there could be a new relationship starting, or a relationship that's going to entail some new experiences for you. Um, we have strength, which is essentially keeping your instincts, tamed. Keeping whatever your reactive, instinctual actions, that you kind of pause and like be like, wait a minute, okay, let's kind of direct this in a different way, or direct this uh, energy in a different, in a more focused and more thought out approach to things. This is definitely the think before doing type of thing here. Because you have great power within you, you got to be careful how you use that power. And then the last card you got is the Ten of Cups. And this one is definitely that, okay, yeah, there's going to be some, probably, again, for love, it would have to be, it's a good card to get things started. But then comes the next thing, then comes the next day, and new things and new trials, and uh, uh, will come to pass and will test this relationship that you have. Uh, a rainbow doesn't last forever. That's the key thing about the Ten of Cups there. Um, at the bottom of the deck, let me hold it like this. I was just gonna pull up the card, but like, no. The bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Cups. So there's definitely probably some regrets, or some things that you need to possibly learn to process and let go at the right time, so you can move on mm, to what you do have, and what new opportunities are there for you that you may not be paying attention to. Uh, but this is definitely something that's you know deep within. It's not necessarily on the surface, and it may be things that you thought you've already dealt through, or you've already worked through, but eventually they'll rear their ugly heads up again down the line. So yeah. Let's see. One more card here. And I should be asking, are you in a relationship, or are you single, Maria? Because it seems to me, if you're single, that looks like things might be changing. Or if you are in a relationship, then it definitely means that, it's the universe is going to be, putting it to the test. It's going to be like, let's see what y'all can handle together. That might be what it is. Because I'm over here assuming that you're single. I'm like, no. Single, definitely trying to heal. Dropping cards here. 36, the universe, right? I believe so. Or like the galaxy, the whole thing, the grander scheme of things, the bigger picture, the smaller, the system that is a part of a even bigger system. You know, like we have our solar system, but it's even part of our galaxy. You know, so it seems it's even grander than that. Um, so essentially, I take it like a as a sort of world card. Why am I so blurry? Why am I out of focus? Why am I out of focus? Come on, focus here. No, no, okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. So yeah, that's what the universe is there. Hello, Gibraltar, right? Gibraltar L. If you're a tiger, I'm a big bear. Well, I mean, I mean, anyways, um, so yeah, right? Did I do that right? Did I pull that right? I probably did. Yes, I did. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, I'm not quite sure how well to put into the galaxy card in here, but yeah, it definitely shows that there's bigger plans going on here. So yeah, let's see. Got to go to breakfast before they clear out the buffet. All right, bye, Lady Night. It was good to see a familiar face. The solitude is sure is quiet later. All right, bye, Lady Night. Yeah, clean your room. The camera doesn't know what to focus on. Yes, it does. It just okay, maybe. But you can tell it's like that's all unfocused. But anyways, so yeah, there you go, Maria. Uh, there you go. There you go. Uh, good luck, girl. You know, it seems that the galaxy card might be indicating like bigger shifts, longer, you know, uh, uh, you know, bigger picture things are happening here. So yeah. I'm joking. Honestly though, I wouldn't put it past my camera to do that. So it might be a thing, but no, because then there's anyways. How are you feeling about the White Newman Tarot? I still like it. I haven't worked with it enough and did enough readings with it to really be like, oh, it's perfect, because it's not like that deck that I necessarily like vibed with at first, but I don't hate it. Um, Now with all the extra stuff that came with like the limited edition one, then I think that the extra stuff is I think Liminal 11 can really work on some of the limited edition stuff that they throw into that. I think they can work on making those a little bit nicer, doing something a little bit more with them or something, because yeah, they're a little bit lacking. So yeah. Oh, Sunshiny Day asked, and thank you for the donation, Sunshiny Day. How will my exit interview on Monday go with my current job? Well, let's see here. Let's see here. Mm, do I have, here it is. I was like, do I have the other one? I have the big one, but I do want to use this one. No, I'm going to try and get the big one so that the images are clearer. Let me move this over. There we go. Much better. There we go. Just had too many decks. Too many decks. Ugh. Oh. Get back inside. Stay in your box. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Happy holidays to you. To what? What holidays? I'm like, am I missing a holiday like that's outside of the U.S.? And I'm like, wait, what? What did they practice? What holiday is being celebrated? P. I mean, I think you got a bit of work ahead of you, P. I mean, if she truly likes you, she'd look beyond your sub count, you know. Oh, thank you, Sunshiny Day. I don't. A part of me is like, cut it, but still a part of me is like, don't cut it. You know? Let's see here. Whoa. Okay. Do not cut your hair. A part of me is like, I kind of want to cut it. Interesting. Interesting cards you have here. A part wants to cut it because it's so, you know, it's so um I don't, anyways, I'll talk about it. Let me focus on this reading. Oh, Lady Night is holiday. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you mean now. Okay, so back to this. Exit interview on Monday with your current job. How will that go? Okay, well, I'm not 100% sure what an exit interview is. But it seems that with the Knight of Cups, seems that you'll exit gracefully. A lot of like, you have knights and princes, lots of masculine energy going on here because you have the Knight of Cups, you have the Prince of Discs, which seems that in terms of like, in terms of money, it seems that you're going to be able to, for some reason, wealth is just going to be kept, you know, kept stable. You know, you're not going to really lose anything. You know, you're going to keep what you own. You know, you're not losing anything, I think. We also have the Knight of Swords. There's a bit of swiftness going on here, a lot of speed, a lot of movement. Like you want to get the hell out of there. What's going on here? You know, what's going on there? The bottom of the deck, we have Valor, which I think is kind of saying like, okay, try and take the high road. You know, don't try and, you know, play dirty, you know. Oh. Gibraltar. Okay, Gibraltar. That's funny. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm like, wait, marijuana isn't addictive though. Well, it kind of, no, it's not. But it isn't. But it kind of is. Not, depends. I don't know. I don't smoke weed. I do not partake. But I mean, it could be worse, you know. It could be worse. It's just Mary Jane. Like, come on. But anyways, it's Gibraltar. Not the place to be doing that. I'm not a Catholic priest. So sunshiny day. Yeah, well, like what's going on about with your current job? What is that? An exit interview? Like what is that? I've never heard. Well, I've probably heard of it, but I've probably never really like thought of like what it actually means. Does anybody here know what that is? Anybody know what that is? It kind of goes to show my lack of experience in life. Yeah, but it's interesting here. You know, these two knights and this prince here. You know, yeah, wrong channel. Exactly. Imagine there's a Catholic priest that does like a live stream of the confessions. Yeah, a meeting where they ask you questions about what happened. So, okay, like, what happened? Like, yeah. Ah, why you're quitting? Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay, I kind of got that. Yeah. But I was like, is that what it really means? Because it could. These days, the things that the name shit, you know, you can never tell. Father Zach, no. No. I okay. Thank you, Fairy Wren. Yes, yes. And you're leaving a job. Some companies do an exit interview. Okay, yeah, yeah. So yeah, definitely for sure. It seems that uh, yeah, for sure. Like I said, speedy, clean cut. Don't try to really embellish things. I think that's where the Knight of Cups might, kind of like trip you up there. The emotions tied to things might, there might be, get in the way of like keeping things clean, clear. And like I said, with the Seven of Wands, kind of keeping the high ground, taking the high road essentially, or, you know, as they say, they go low, we go high. For sure, keeping things clean and clear. Uh, Cover girl, so yeah, the reading makes sense. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I always stress out when it's like when people like are like, wait, what does this really? Ooh, So yeah, there we go, there we go. Have you heard about the Jade Oracle? Yes, I have heard of that. So yeah, are you good, sunshiny day? Anything that you'd like on the spread on the cards that I showed you that you would like further cleared up? Because I don't want to just like cut it out and just be like, okay, there, that's done. Let's see, but yeah, I have heard of the Jade Oracle though. It's one of the few that I kind of keep wanting to get, but I just never do. But yeah, yes, yes. Yes to what? I kind of like asked. I feel like I asked like three questions there. uh, Thanks. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. 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 And you're welcome. And thank you for the super chat. So there we go. Gibraltar. I feel like okay. So I know there's a few on here that I'm like, wait a second. Have these been on before? Like Gibraltar. Where have y'all been? Have you been on here before? I feel like they have been. If not, welcome. Same with who was it? P. I'm not sure if they're still on. Like I think they've been on before, like the F icon. The I'm not sure. I feel like I've seen them before. But again, after live streaming for so long and so many, accounts coming through, it's hard to keep track. The Jade Oracle is really good. I do wish they would put out a separate guidebook with more information. I mean, that's usually how I feel like. That's usually what I feel about with a lot of the decks out there. But usually, the information that you can find that you would get from a guidebook is usually out there in other sources. I think. Well, no, not necessarily with uh, Central American, if I'm not mistaken. That's what that. If we're thinking about the same Oracle here. Mesoamerican, if that's the right term. Practices and all that. I think that's something that's not really like there really is no good guide book that talks about these practices or genuinely, or accurately or authentically. But I'm sure there are. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. It's something that I've been looking through and I'm trying to find, and still to this day cannot find. What is that? Yeah, it is hard to find info. Yeah, it is, especially with I pre-ordered the Augenblick Oracle. that Augenblick it has been around forever. Like I heard, like it wasn't getting produced, and it is getting. I don't know. There's so many. There's so many, and it's yeah. The only one I want produced is Ocean Dry. Ocean Dry and the Henry deck and the Rudolph deck. Where are those decks? Colin, where is it? Also, Colin's back. Colin's back on YouTube. Quite a few people actually came back on, like Cape Cod Creatures. She came back. She did a live stream. So yeah. And then who else? I'm not sure. So yeah. Jenny, have you ever encountered bad spirits from reading tarot? No, not bad spirits, but I have encountered difficult people. You know, thankfully this live stream there hasn't been any, but no, and I usually don't connect to that. You know, when I do my readings are pretty spiritually dry, if we will. You know, if spiritual energy or spirit is water, then my readings are pretty much like a desert. You know. But I'm pretty sure there's water under there somewhere, but I'm just not looking for it. You know, which disappoints quite a few. Which I think disappoints a few people, and that's what people kind of want to find and look for in readings. But that's just not what I offer, at least as of yet. You know, because it's something that I'm not an expert in. You know. Because I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna you know fuck with someone's wiring in their house and I barely know what electricity is. You know what I mean? So yeah. So let's see. Now, will I get the job at MC as the EST? Well, let's see. What deck should I use? What will I wear? Should I stick to Thoth, or should I switch it up? I think I'm going to stick to Thoth. What are some of your tarot reader horror stories? I can get into some of those. I think I have... oh, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Sunshiny Day, though. Let's see. This is pretty much like a yes, no, you know, type of question, but we'll see what the cards indicate. Usually, like, the Thoth is pretty good at indicating like positive, negative, like you will or not. So we'll see. We'll see. Cool. Ooh, girl. Ooh, what's going on here? What is going on here? Two of Cups. Pretty good indicator that yes, you know, it's a match made in heaven, as they say. But we have the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Seven again. Something's going on with the seven for you, Sunshiny Days, which is debauch. So it seems that it's kind of saying like, yes, you will, but don't go off and go crazy and celebrate and think it's yours and you've got it. You know, I think that's what also the Hanged Man is saying here. Don't get lazy. Don't let it be like, oh, I got it in the bag. Don't let this reading, you know, trick you into thinking like, I got this, you know. Keep working to it. Keep doing what you got to do. Don't take it for granted, you know. Don't trust it, you know. If these past 2 years have told us anything, is that nothing is guaranteed, you know. Everyone thought like, oh, it's over. Nope, it ain't over. We still in this shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure, it's like yes, but you know, but don't celebrate. Don't go too crazy. You know, and lunge and launch. You know, and go too quickly. I think that's what the Knight of Swords was also kind of saying. You know, showing up in the last reading as well. that quickly moving on super, super fast, so yeah. So there you go. I think it definitely is saying like work hard at it. Don't, take your time, pace yourself. Don't, you know, go with the role. I think it might be saying also like, the exit interview. I think, get that over with and then see how you will, if and then see and then focus more so you can it's like get through the exit interview so that you can put your full attention onto getting the new job, you know. I think that's what it's saying. So yeah. So there you go, sunshiny days. And thank you for the donation. So let's see. So yeah, what are some of your tarot reader horses? So I can only think of a few. I haven't done it for so long. There's none that really come to mind. I've been very lucky, but also I haven't been really doing this for so long, and how these types of readings haven't really been, so like, I have, the experience, the pool of experience isn't as much as I should have. I should really, and a part of me is like, I should go to other readers' channels and see how they go through things. But for the most part, I think like on YouTube, I feel like they don't really have that many issues. I mean, there was one time where a few people got like raided by like a group of like accounts or people like coming in and like, harassing them. I got one once, and they kind of hit some other people, some other smaller channels. I think Lady Knight might have had. I could be wrong, or I could be mistaken or something. I don't know. But where essentially they were like, "Oh, this bigger channel came in and said this, that, whatever about you not being a good reader, or that you're a fraud, or that you're not a genuine reader." I'm like, "What? Who?" And I look at the channel, and I'm like, this person probably would never do that, because they probably don't concern themselves with such petty bullshit, but as a reader though, I think I can only think of one, and this kind of goes to show, like, don't try to sneak around what you're gonna be told, when it comes to tarot. And it was where this one person uh essentially was kind of tricking me into doing like a reading for someone who has passed on, for their partner that died, because they didn't tell me this person was dead, and I should have asked, like, what is the context of this? No, scratch that. I did ask. They just didn't say specifically. They were still pretending like this person was alive and still with them when they weren't. you know, they were no longer in a corporeal body. And so I did the reading, and it was, I remember correctly, it was like the 3 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and what else? I think the 5 of Cups as well. I could be wrong. Oh, good night, Rachel Days. Yes, I should be. I should be heading out soon too, after I finish this story. Then, and the first thing I said was like, "Girl, what did you do?" And she was like, and then she's like, I knew this was gonna happen. I'm like, "Girl, then why are you trying to hide from it?" It's like, again, why are you trying to hide shit in a tarot reading? That's what it's like, that's like, what's not clicking? That's the purpose of tarot. It reveals shit that you're not 100% clear on, or that you're not. So it's like, why are you gonna try and hide it? Why are you gonna try and be sneaky? Let's see. When I read for people, it mostly turns into being very spiritual. I like to quote one of my favorite songs. They get down deep, down where the spirit meets the bone. You see, I wish I could get there. Sometimes I get there. Sometimes I can do it. I think the last time I got like that was probably when I was reading with Tarot Oracle. Like, we did like a small thing of readings, and we had a little chit chat there. And I was reading, I was like, this is like, I can tell as I was in that live stream, I was like, this is not how I usually read. it's definitely tapped into something that I used to kind of have in a way, like because I've been thinking about this recently with my Marielle tarot and how I read it. How I used to read with it, or how I would read with it, was very different from how I read now. And I think it's definitely because of how I've been doing my readings. It's my live stream readings, how I've been getting them more consistently. Um, and so that required me to kind of like take a different approach with my readings versus like back then, where how I would read, when I first started with the Marielle, thank you, sunshiny day. It's a part of me is like, should I get that? Because there's something, uh, there's something to it, but I'm like, I kind of have to know for sure what I'm working with and what I'm doing and what I'm putting out there before I can really talk about it. So, which is why I have an issue with like talking about vaccinations and vaccines, because I'm like, I'm not a doctor. I'm like, I'm not a epidemiologist. Is that the right word? The people who study epidemics and shit. I'm not a virologist or whatever. I'm not a biologist. So it's like, so to talk about those types of things, it's the same applies to, like, again, Jenny over here. I'm definitely sensing witchcraft in your DNA. I doubt it, though. I will say, like, in the past, like, where I rarely go live, every now and then I'll like just get a random desire to want to go live and do readings. We didn't really feel it today, but I did feel like I do want to go live and just chat, not necessarily do readings. When I would, it would always be like on a solstice or an equinox, whatever, or on a full moon or a new moon or something. And like, my friend would always point this out, and we brought it up, and she was like, "Yeah, it's because you're a witch." I'm like, "Okay, calm down, girl." Let's calm down right there. Okay, I don't know, but I am starting to look more into the more uh, magical things, into the more magic with a K, looking into the ceremonial magic. I don't know. I don't know where it'll take me. I don't know which direction I'll go. If it'll even send me somewhere, if I'll even end up anywhere, or if I'll just, be like, okay, not for me, and then come back, Who knows, So yeah, well, here in the open, I think it would be difficult. Difficult for what? You don't have witches in your family? I don't think so. I mean, not that I know of. I'd have to ask. I don't think so for the most part. All my, my aunts and my uncles, yeah, for sure. Like, on both sides, very Christian, very either Catholic or Christian. I believe. But previous generation before that, maybe I'd have to ask around, which is one of the things that I've been like thinking of doing, is doing like doing of an audio or some type of record of my family's past. But who knows? But I don't know. Maybe I'm the first one in my family. Wait, what? Girl, did I really say this is June 31st? Girl, you know what? Time's an illusion. I'm just kidding. Is it girl? I hate these months. That is embarrassing. Oh wait, no, not this. This your title is June 3rd. June, July. Y'all know what it is. Let me fix it. It's 2 letters. I mean, come on, let's be real. June and July, they're pretty much the same thing. What? I said save change it. Whatever. Let's see. So yeah, to get that deep, as some people are very private when go. Oh, okay, yeah. For sure. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes some no, that wasn't autocorrect, Lady D. My because I did this on desktop. There is no autocorrect on here. Let's see. Jenny pulled three cards. Ooh, girl. What did she say? Nine of Swords, the Devil, and the Queen of Swords. Interesting. Interesting. That is very interesting. From just the classic Rider Waite Smith, or from what deck? Because sometimes there's those decks that kind of make a twist. Look at that. I thought I was the first two, but my grandma told me of some of her family practice, and I'm pretty sure there's someone like that's still in Mexico from my family that like still practice, or there's something with my grandmother, her mother, if I'm not mistaken. She was, I believe she was Huichol, I believe. So yeah. So yeah, let's go back to this though. The Nine of Swords, the Devil, and the Queen of Swords. Do you think those cards apply to your situation right now? Well, I'm not sure what exact situation. In terms of creative stagnation, I would think the Nine of Swords is pretty apt. Uh, Lack of sleep, yes, for sure. Like an inaccurate sleep schedule, like yesterday or the last night, yesterday. I went to like I took a nap at 7. Big mistake. Woke up at like 8 or 9, and then didn't go back to sleep till like 4. And then I woke up at 9:50 in the morning. So it's like that's not a pretty. Nine of Swords usually it's like fuckery with sleep. But the Devil, I mean, I'd have to look at that. I'd have to think about that one. You know, Probably some attachments. Yeah, you know what? I think so. Yes, the Devil. Yes. Queen of Swords. I usually take her as like a harsh communicator, as like someone that really like isn't like she's gonna tell you what you need to know, you know, but she's not she doesn't have great, as I believe what my mother would say, uh, poor bedside manners. So I think that's how I feel sometimes when I try to like communicate, particularly with I'm thinking of like the group chat that I have, and I was thinking about like how I was talking. I'm like, am I kind of coming off the wrong way, or am I saying the right thing? Or am I saying the right thing but not in the in the most tactful way? Um, So yeah. And by the way, I rarely read for myself. Yeah, no tact. Yeah. Thank you for interpreting. You're welcome. I tried. I tried. Do you read tarot? Jenny. Oh, we said at the same time. The 10-second delay though from here and this and StreamYard, it's a thing. So yeah. Yeah, I need to go get water. Actually, I think we'll call it a night here. We're almost at the 2 hour mark. Is there anything else y'all wanna talk about before I head out? Before we reach the 2 hour mark. Let's see. I'm still learning. Okay, okay, yeah. Well, hopefully that gave you some insight. I don't want to talk too much about the devil because that is a little bit too personal and a little bit too on for a little bit. It's not friendly for YouTube. We'll say that. So yeah. Okay, yeah. It seems everybody's ready for to go Mimi's, to go good night. All right. So yeah, because it's tomorrow, June 32nd. I would think so. I'm gonna do it like that. We just watch that 2020, right? Yeah. Wait, did I write something like that? Did I indicate? I don't even know anymore. I don't know. I honestly at this point I don't care. I'm gonna make it come so wrong on these. I'm like I shouldn't even be trying anymore with these live streams because honestly I should be taking them down. Not really. No. I'll take them down like at the end of the month or something. I'll privatize them. So yeah. Anyways, for sure, yeah, for sure, good night now. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you everyone who donated. Thank you for the support to my patrons, by the way. So if anybody would like to be a patron and support me and my channel, a link is in the description down below. Early access to things, readings every week and month, and sometimes daily, and some other extra bonus goodies that I'm putting on there. And what else? I'm not sure what else. Yeah, hopefully I'll do a another live stream soon. Hopefully I'll get to filming my tarot video series. But yeah, wish me luck on that. All right. Thank you everyone for stopping by, and I will see you all later. Bye everyone. And broadcast